A century ago, this Philadelphia mill wove textiles. Today, it weaves something greater: people, culture, purpose. In a world that feels disconnected, we're bringing communities together. This is Braid Mill.
I got my guy Scholito.
Yes, sir.
In the building on
my
the
guy.
On
yes,
the
sir.
Untold, man.
I'm excited to be here, man.
No doubt, man. We excited to have you here, man.
For sure.
So hold up. You in Philly? What bring you to Philly besides being here?
Big bro, he having a free fest today, August 2nd.
Okay.
2025. He have it every August 2nd. This the second free fest. So I flew down here to do the free fest.
Okay.
To also sit with the Untold stories, and I had another interview as well.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's dope. Let me ask you something. What part of Philadelphia you from?
I was born in Germantown.
Okay.
Hospital. And I spent a lot of my childhood years in the jungle, McMahon Street.
Yes, sir.
And a few other parts I lived in Philly. Uptown I was pretty much raised in Uptown too.
Right. Now hold up. I always, when people say they from Uptown or they lived in Uptown.
Right.
All right, so where do Uptown start and end for you?
So for me, Uptown all the old heads gonna kill me because Uptown to them was like starting like North Philly, but Uptown to me is like Germantown to Mount Airy, West Oak Lane, Mount Airy.
Right.
To me, I could be wrong, but in my generation, that's what we think it is.
And now some people can expand it to Cedarbrook.
Okay, Cedarbrook too, because with Cedarbrook, like Wadsworth and all that,
right.
I still consider Cedarbrook, like I call it all Mount Airy.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yep.
To me, that's all Uptown.
Right.
Now, where do it begin? You said in Germantown.
I feel like it began in like, I would say like Dogtown, probably.
Okay, yeah.
I could be on the cusp though. Am I close?
Nah, so I would say Uptown for me starts
Somerville?
On Artley, where Ada Lewis.
It's crazy. I went to Ada Lewis.
I went to Ada Lewis Blue House.
Yeah, I was in the Brown House.
Oh,
yeah.
What year?
Damn, what year was that? This was like 2099 or something.
Okay. Yeah, because I went to Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I went to King 9th grade. Only 9th grade though.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I switched over for another school for basketball. They kind of recruited me.
Okay.
I played basketball for
you play ball?
Yeah, I hoop, yeah. Tessellary, I was ranked, yeah.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
So living in Germantown.
Yeah.
How was it growing up for you there?
Man, the jungle, McMahon Street, I don't know, I felt like kind of like famous. Cause my pop, and my uncle back in that time, he was getting a lot of money.
Okay.
He got killed though, my Uncle Mark. So a lot of people knew him. My family was real popular in that neighborhood. My dad was a popular guy in that neighborhood. My mom from that neighborhood. My grandmom, she been living on that block forever.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of old heads I call my uncles. My big brother, Legend, he just came home from doing 25 years, Dell. My other brother, it's crazy because I got my brother, his nickname Booty, and then I got Big Booty, and they like kind of both my brothers, both of them legendary in the hood.
Okay.
Yeah, like the whole jungle know me. They know me as Mook though.
Right.
They don't know me as Scholito, right? You know what I mean? Well, they know me as Scholito now, but I walk through the jungle, they gonna be like, oh yeah, Mook, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I'm really from the jungle, like McMahon Street, you know what I'm saying?
That's
2 blocks from Waterview. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
yeah.
So my grandmom, she lived right on Price Street, across from Waterview. So that's considered jungle too.
No, that is. It's crazy because Price Street, I got my family legendary on Price Street too, but the first 100 of Price Street were like the McDonald's and
Oh yeah.
all that.
So that's Somerville.
Yeah, that's Somerville, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang. So Scholito.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with that name?
Scholito, so originally I was Scholar.
Okay.
And I went to, at a time I was getting some lawyer work done, and there was a lawyer named Chris Cabot.
Okay.
He legendary too. Now he like this. He was a big lawyer then, but now he got like clients like Patrick Mahomes and like Super Bowl clients. So,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Who was he? An entertainment lawyer?
Entertainment lawyer. Yeah.
Okay.
Chris Cabot. Yeah. He. I was in his office and he was like, "Yo, Scholar is a dope name." Now, mind you, I was already doing shows, selling out shows as Scholar.
Okay.
And but that's how I am. I'm a sponge. So somebody give me some information or idea, and it makes sense, then I'll try it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was like, "Yo, Scholar is super dope," but he was like, what happens when you Google Scholar? Like Google Scholar. So I Googled Scholar, and I wasn't showing up. It was just like religious scholars, and
Right.
and a lot of times when you Google yourself, you want to be the only one that's really showing up. So I had a cousin, my older cousins, Tariq and Hussein. They used to always call me like Lido, like the nickname Lido. So I had told Chris Cabot, I'm like, "Yo, what you think about Lido?" Because people always call me Lido. He like, "No, that's dope too." So I was like, "Well, what if I merge Scholar and Lido?" He like, "Yeah, that's fire." I'm like, "Maybe Scholito?" Like, he was like, "Yeah, Scholito, that's dope, man." I'm like, "Let me try that." He was like, "Google that and see what pop up." I Googled that and nothing popped up. And since that day, I was Scholito.
And it's like they give you that mafia name.
Well, it's crazy that you mentioned that because, every artist evolve.
Right.
So I'm still Scholito. Like, how you got like Jay-Z, Hove, Jigga Man. So I'm still Scholito. And I also evolved. Well, a lot of people been calling me New God MC too for years. But I evolved into Crawfione.
Okay.
So like Ricardo, my first name Richard. And so I evolved into Ricardo Crawfione. So a lot of people call me Crawfione now. And I put out projects called the Crawfione Chronicles Collections, Crawfione Collections.
Right.
And it's real mafia-like too. Like even the music is more lifestyle. And that's kind of my lane that I'm in, like lifestyle, like mafioso type of vibes, yeah.
I like that. I remember the first time I talked to you, I told you, like, it was a music video that I seen. And it was like a mafia joint. It was like a movie.
Right.
And I was like, "Bro, do you do some acting or something like that?"
Yeah.
Because it was that top notch.
Thank you, bro.
And like I watched it, it had to been about 10 times. About 10 times I watched it. I was like, "Yo, this is good. This is good. I don't know if he an actor, but this is some good product."
Appreciate that.
What was the name of that? I don't even want to mess it up.
Yeah, it's called No Rat Zone.
No Rat Zone.
Yeah.
What's the backdrop of it?
Like far as
The
idea,
concept,
concept.
Yeah.
So 90% of my visuals you see, I'm the creative director.
Okay.
Not the actual director, but 90% of my stuff, I always like have an idea for things. So myself, just like a lot of people, especially in our community, always been infatuated with like mafia movies and like just the mafia lifestyle. Like,
Right.
Like just as a kid, you grow up, we watch the mafia movies, Goodfellas, American Gangsters, The Godfather, Casino, Bronx Tale.
Right.
So I like to like kind of like emulate a lot of that stuff in my visuals.
Okay.
So I came up with an idea to kind of do that same kind of concept. So like individual, I think we like walking through like a field, kind of like we burying somebody or something. That was from the Goodfellas when they had him in the trunk. When we was inside the bar, we didn't do the exact scene, but that was like when Joe Pesci told Main Man, I don't shine shoes. So kind of like the bar scene at the end where we killed the guy in the car. You know, you had a scene like that in Goodfellas where they walked behind it and killed the guy in the car. So that was kind of like the concept. And I had my nephews in it, in the video too. They was a little younger. And I wanted them to act as me and the other guy that was co-starring in the visual, but us as kids. And we was like best friends. And then we grew up, but then I found out that he was a rat. And then we killed him at the end. You know what I'm saying?
It was the way that you was cussing my, you made me do it, and that was, bro. That was, you gotta get some acting on, man.
No, thank you, bro. I'm working on some stuff. We can talk about that too.
Well, you know I shoot movies.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah. So, how I really came across was, a few years ago, probably like 10, 11 years ago. I came across your music because I started seeing you with Freeway. And I don't know why I was under the assumption that you were signed to Rough House with Chris Swartz. Any factuals with that? Yeah,
so during that time, I never physically signed paperwork. And it was kind of my decision too. But yeah, I definitely was going to sign to them, and I was affiliated with them. Chris Schwartz actually told me himself that I should be the face, of Rough House. So during that time, I was working with Khan and Vance. And they was kind of trying to work me into the system and push me into the system, but I didn't feel that the infrastructure was like solid. So I pretty much just kind of moved on in another direction. But shout out to them though, man.
Shout out to the Chris was the whole Rough House, man. One thing that I like that Rough House did, give Philadelphia, they gave us a chance.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Before, remember they switched from Rough House to Rough Nation. That's when I believe they put out Major Figures' first album. They did a few other albums under that umbrella.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. I was so young. I probably wasn't even listening to like adult rap then. The only thing I knew about like it was Rough Nation or Rough House?
Rough Nation at that time.
Yeah, so that time, the only thing I really knew that was legendary, because I seen like the plaques and stuff, was the Fugees album.
Right. So they was under Rough House at that point.
Okay, all right, I got you.
Yeah. Chris Swartz, he discovered Lauryn Hill. Well, you might as well say he discovered the whole Fugees. And people don't know Nas was under Rough House.
I heard of that too. They told me that too.
Chris,
so I definitely was excited. I'm like, once I heard that he was working with them, I'm like, oh yeah, let's do it.
Now, growing up in Philadelphia, we are the home of the spitters.
Absolutely.
I know you was in your battle bag coming up. You look like a battle rapper too. So growing up, especially in Germantown, uptown. You know what I'm saying? Did you have to go through those those lanes of being in the battle rap world? So
I definitely battle people on the streets. A lot of it not on camera. I got an older sister. It's funny. She was like like I said, my brother was doing life, so my older sister was like, she was tough. You know what I'm saying? So she pull up with me. I battle people. She be there like, yeah, get it. You know what I mean? Like, so I battled a lot of people, but I was a part of a legendary battle. Like it was like a Sunkiss battle tournament that they had in Philly. And they had a bunch of rappers, they had a bunch of singers, they had dancers, and I reached the last level. I beat everybody, but it was this dance group at the time. I forget what their names was, Versatile or something like that. I think they was big in Philly. And I lost to them, like, dancers, like the competition. But shout out to them though, if they still doing their thing. But But yeah, that was dope. But yeah, I've been in all kind of ciphers, like.
Right.
But for real, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I'm like, I was told I'm like the diamond in the rough of Philly. A lot of people kind of know I get busy. I don't never got no problem with nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love competition. If my mom get in the booth, I'm gonna let her know, look, mom is off with your head. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm trying to every time go in there and be top tier, but I don't think nobody ever probably wanted no issues with me, you know what I mean, on the microphone or on the booth. I get busy.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
That. Now, speaking of top tier, man, Freeway. What's the affiliation?
Man, Freeway, we started off doing music. The first record we ever did was No ID.
Okay.
Record I had called No ID that I had, and he thought it was a dope record, and he jumped on it. And ever since then, we was just doing a bunch of records. Now, our relationship has grown further than music. So he's really like my brother that my mother, you know, didn't have. Like, he know my whole family. He been at my mom's crib, my sister. He know everybody, you know what I mean, in my family, you know. And, you know, I love Free, man. That's my brother, for real, you know what I mean, till the wheels fall off.
Free, when I think of Freeway, he's just well, I told you off camera that, you know, we had a internet radio show over in Clifton Heights, and it was called Rat Box.
Okay.
And he was one of the guests that came on there. Before he even got on the mic and everything, it was just his energy. It was so warm and welcoming and so down to earth, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when we did the interview, he gave a dope interview. Dope interview, man. And you know, still to this day, you know, I look back at that interview and I'm like, wow, man, like dude is a real cool guy, man. He's what an artist, you know, that I would think of an artist should be. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? He had Freeway had a health scare, you know, a few years ago, man. Where, you know, some people would say it didn't look too bright on his side, you know, but through it all, as I seen, he smiled through it all. He was a soldier through it all.
Yeah.
Was you with him for that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
From the very beginning. One day, it was either at the Roots picnic or Made in America. We was on the stage, and Fabulous was bringing him out on stage, and he was telling me, he was like, I was standing right next to him. He was like, yo, I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I want to perform, man. Something wrong. Something don't feel right. My anxiety is at an all-time high right now. And the crowd was in front of us, everybody screaming. Fab like, yo, you ready? And I was like, Free, you know, don't do it if you don't feel up to doing it.
Right.
And he was like, nah, I gotta do it. That just shows who the person he is. Like, nah, I gotta do it for my fans. I can't let Fab down, so I'm gonna do it. I'm like, all right, man, you know, whatever you wanna do, I'm gonna support you. So he went out there, he performed, he got off the stage. And his son Jihad, shout out to my youngin' Jihad, was there. Rest in peace to Jihad. And we got off stage, we went and sat on a table, and Free was just laying down, like probably for like 30 minutes. And I was like, yo, you cool? You wanna go to the hospital? And he's like, yeah, I think I do, but I'm gonna just ride the rest of the day out. And then either that night or the next morning, he went to the hospital and found out that he had kidney failure. And ever since that, you know, from that day, things changed like for a couple years for him. And he was fighting it, man. But his resilience, you know, he's still here, strong, man. He fought through it.
Right. Now, when you know, because you was next to him,
right,
through that whole journey, you know, how did that reflect on you?
Like in regards to what?
In regards of, yo, that's somebody that I consider a brother.
Yeah.
And is going through that. You know, how did that reflect on, you know, on you at that time? Like, what was you going through mentally?
Man, it scared me, man. And when I found out that he had kidney failure, I cried.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I cried multiple times. Like, some of the clips up, you know, some of the early clips, like you got this one clip where he dancing in the hospital robe. That was me taping it, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, like, he don't at me or put me up, or we don't talk about thyou because, you know, when you brothers, that don't matter, you know what I mean? But we was there, man. You know, me and my wife, Royal Isis, we was up there, you know, just trying to support him. And there was a couple other people that was supporting him too.
Right.
You know, Sherman, Mark was supporting him, S. Frank. I don't work with them no more, but you know, those were people that I knew that was supporting them, you know what I'm saying, at the time. But yeah, man, we was there. It was definitely hard for me mentally because we didn't know what was gonna happen, man. It wasn't looking good, you know what I'm saying? And I was watching him get sick, you know, and he was fighting it. You know, he had lost some weight, you know, wasn't looking the same. I was trying to keep his confidence. You know, I'm sure it was other people too that was trying to keep his confidence up. Also, you know, not only his confidence as Freeway, but it was still people calling him and asking him for stuff and depending on him, you know what I mean? And he needed, you know, help. He needed to depend on people, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And also, on top of that, just trying to, you know, build his confidence image-wise, you know, because he saw that he wasn't looking the same. And I'm like, you know, bro, it's cool, you know what I mean? You sick right now, but you're going to bounce back from this. You're going to get better. You're going to beat this, and you're going to bounce back. So sometimes when I'm on the stage now, he don't even know it, but I look at him sometimes, and sometimes I get emotional. Without him knowing it, I might just be nobody there to tape him. I'm taping him, and I'm like, damn, look at bro, man, he here, he back. You know what I'm saying? And he performing again, you know what I mean? Like right now, I'm getting a little emotional about it. But I'm just happy, you know what I mean, that God blessed him.
Right.
You know, and he made it through, and he went through all them hardships. You know, he lost his father, he lost his daughter, he lost his son the last couple years. And I'm just glad that God blessed him, man, to make it through, man. He better than ever. His skin clear, got his weight back, extra drippy, you know. He looking real good, man, you know what I mean? And yeah. I'm grateful for that, man. I'm happy that he back, you know.
Ball Drop.
Uh-huh.
Featuring Freeway.
Yep.
That sounds like more of a celebration type of track.
Absolutely.
Okay, what was the process in the studio with Free with that?
So that record we actually didn't do in the studio together.
Okay.
You know, we was over like Zoom calls and FaceTime.
Okay.
But we had an original song called Ball Drop that was another beat to it, which was fire too. But that was like a couple years ago, so I came up with a new idea to redo it. And it was another producer that I thought could pull it off. And he came up with the beat. We got on the phone because I'm a producer too, so I heard the format a little different. So I got him to reconstruct the beat and change the format on the hook, and I'm like, yo, it's perfect. I wrote another hook, I wrote a new verse. Free was loving the old one, and I told him, I'm like, yo, I got this record, I redid it, I think it'd be crazy, and it's doper than the last one. And he like, all right, send it. I sent it to him. He sent back all these fire emojis, and he redid his verse, he sent it back, and we both was like, yo, this out of here, this gotta be like the first record.
Right.
Yeah, so, and that record, Ball Drop, definitely a celebration. It's like a rebirth. If you listen to the hook, I'm like, in 2020, we was fighting COVID, 21 and 22, I thought this all was over. So it's kind of like coming from the dark stages to the light now, a rebirth, it's a new year, you know, a new day. So that's what that song feel like, it's a celebration, you know what I mean? So, and that record is the first record that represent a movie series that myself and my partner Saint is working on called They Call Me Saint. That's gonna be being shot in the fall. And it's also my first single for my project that's almost done too, that's gonna be coming too.
Let me ask you a question. Freeway have freedom thinkers, right? Are you like an artist under there, or how is that affiliation with freedom thinkers?
Right. So I'm not signed to Freedom Thinkers, but I am a freedom thinker because my brother a freedom thinker. You know what I'm saying? So anything he do, he start a company where he's sweeping floors. I'm sweeping floors with them. You know what I mean? I'm a part of the brooming company. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always a part of whatever Free do. You know, I'm always going to support it. I'm always going to push it just like, you know, it's mine, because I feel it is mine. His success is my success. And I have my company is Free World, and I'm 100% affiliated with Freedom Thinkers, and I am a Freedom Thinker too. Yep.
Have it ever been a time, because this game, man, you know, it's people that still today is trying to get through a record label door. You ever have like one of those moments where you just like, yo, I just want to give it up. I'm done with it.
I never had a moment where I'm like, yo, not one time that I ever say I'm done and I'm giving it up and I'm over with it. I did have discouraging moments where I was trying to figure out, like, damn, what's taking so long? Why is it not happening? Until I came to a realization that it's all on God's time. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen. And God didn't give me this talent for nothing. You know, I'm not continuing to get better for no reason. It must be a reason. And every time in the moments where I felt discouraged, it always was a sign or something happened to let me know, keep going, you're on the right path. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I never had a thought to give up, but I did have discouraging moments because I'm human.
Right. So when I listen to your music, I like the rawness. You still got that Philly sound, but you do got that global sound.
Appreciate it.
Then you got that luxury talk that you talk.
Right, okay.
So was it like a shift? Where was the shift at from, you know, then to now?
I would say 2020.
Okay.
When COVID hit and I was kind of like in my own bubble, I started recording myself. Because I wasn't recording myself at first. I always had an engineer recording me.
Right.
But I started recording myself, and sometimes when you by yourself, you record yourself. I used to go through a lot of my old catalog, and it would be highlights of like luxury and lifestyle music. And I always noticed that those were some of the records that my core fan base loved the most.
Right.
And that's where I feel most comfortable at. Talking that, you know, I call it plush language, you know. But I feel that lifestyle, like my everything, even everything plush brand, it's so many different meanings, because I feel like as long as you alive and you healthy, that no matter where you at in your life, everything plush. You know what I'm saying? So everything plush, if it's you know, a luxury item, or it's a beautiful crib or a beautiful car or nice clothes, but even if you're not on that level, everything is still plush if you alive and you healthy and you could pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? You got a good family, you know what I mean? Like everything plush, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I also know that when it comes to luxury and lifestyle, if you have influence, a lot of brands like to attach to lifestyle and luxury. And I'm into fashion. I'm into lifestyle. I definitely want to partner with brands, and I feel most comfortable doing that kind of music. I think that's where I'm at my best. So that's what made me kind of transition into like lifestyle, luxury, mafioso, and reality rap kind of blended at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what's your process in the studio? Like, some people, they need some incense, they need liquor, weed, the females, and they guys. What's Scholito process in the studio?
I don't like no distractions. So I don't write music. So I write everything in my head. So when I'm recording, I like it to be pitch black, and I like candles for the light.
Okay.
And I like to just listen to the music and zone out and just let the spiritual energy just bring me the concepts and the lyrics. A lot of times I think of the visual concept in my head before I go into writing it. You know, so that's pretty much my process. I like to be alone. I don't like nobody in the studio with me, especially now that I'm engineering my own self. I just like peace and quiet and serenity, man. And that's where, you know.
You feel like having people in the studio could cause like a major distraction of creativity?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because, you know, for instance, if it's a beat on, right, and there's people in the room, you know, I might be, you know, creating, I might be raining something, and then somebody might be like, oh, yo, did you see what just happened on the gram? Now you just stop my process of me,
Right.
you know, putting it together and raining, you know what I'm saying? And another thing, you know, people that smoke or people that drink, you ain't thinking clear, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I never smoke or drink a day in my life either, so that's
For
another
real?
thing, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
that's
just
what's
high
up.
off life,
I like that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now, Philly. You know, Philly could be a harsh place, you know, living. And it can also be a beautiful and interesting place.
Right.
What's one thing that the streets taught you that the industry can never teach you?
One thing the streets taught me that the industry could never teach me is nobody is to be trusted. Because in this industry, you're gonna have a lot of people that'll come to you, brother this, brother that, nephew this, nephew that. Oh, you like a son to me, you this, you that. And then 99.9% of the time, it's all a motive behind it. And I learned that from the streets. Industry ain't gonna teach you that. But I learned that from the streets growing up.
Right.
You know what I mean? That everybody not genuine. You know what I'm saying? So I think probably to me, that's the most important thing.
You ever been betrayed?
Bunch of times.
By family?
By family and by friends.
When the first time you got, you know, you faced betrayal, was it by family or by a friend?
It was by family.
Okay. How did that make you feel when, you know, once you went through that? Because that betrayal is very deep. It cuts very deep.
Yeah, extremely deep.
Especially when it's someone you love.
Absolutely. Yep.
How did you deal with it?
Well, I was very young, so I didn't know how to deal with it.
Okay.
You know, depression, you know, kind of, it messed my, it messed trust up for me. I had to relearn how to build trust again. You know, you bring that baggage into other relationships, not just like relationships with females, but like relationships with anybody, you know, working with people, just having close relationships with family members. You start to like look at people different and it creates triggers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have a trigger and you might be like, oh man, you know, it's this, and it might not even be that. That betrayal created that, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a lifelong process to get over betrayal. But then, just like, you know, life happens, so betrayal will happen over and over again. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta learn how to deal with it, you know, over and over again. Yeah.
Now, in this game, it's hard to trust people.
Yeah.
Like you said, everybody got a motive.
Yep.
How do you know, intentionally sort them out?
First thing I do is I go off of my gut, because energy is real. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you how energy real, right? If I yawn right now, if it's people in the room, somebody, if not everybody, gonna yawn too.
Right.
It's energy that you can't see. You know what I'm saying? So I go off gut, I go off my intuition, because that comes from God.
Right.
I see how people move, I see how they talk, you know what I'm saying? And I see their actions. And then, you know, once I fill that out, you know, I say, man, I think that they worthy enough for me to, you know, open the door and give them a chance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm making a calculated decision with the chance, you know, to make sure I'm still protecting myself at the same time. That if they not who I think they are, then, it's cool. You know what I mean? We move on. I don't mix. It's another thing. But the game taught me it's business, never personal.
How many family members came up to you and say, yo, check my demo out? You know I rap, cuz.
Plenty of times, man. Saddest thing, man, I've been at funerals before.
What?
Yeah, absolutely. Funerals, man. In the middle of the funeral, you got people like, yo, I seen you on such and such. And I'm like, hold on, man. It's going funeral.
Right.
We can't talk. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like a bunch of people. One thing about me, even if, I can't do a song or do something for somebody, I'll definitely point them in the right direction. Or I could offer them some advice, and try to help them. I'm not the kind of person that's just going to shun somebody, away.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm still going to try to help, because if a person feel like they can do it, then maybe it's something there. Maybe I can help you find it or point you in the right direction.
What's one lyric out of your whole catalog still today give you chills?
They give me chills. I would say, I would probably say, damn, I got a lot of lyrics.
Let's pick one. Pick one.
I would probably say, I don't know a lyric right off top, but I got a song called Tish.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think, I just listened to it in the car too. And I say on the song, damn, y'all, I can't even think of it right now.
So let me rephrase.
But it's a song called Tish though.
Okay.
It's about my sister. And I'm speaking to her. I'm speaking to the child, her. Because she's older than me. She's 6 years older than me.
Okay.
But I'm speaking to her as a child. Things that she's been through. It's crazy that messed up her trust in people and her trust in men. I'm just talking about how, the elders failed her.
Wow.
And I'm apologizing to her, that the elders failed her, and I wish that I could be there and, and hopefully I can help her, get back to being the Tish that I knew, and that helped groom me into the person that I am and gave me the confidence to become Scholito. You know what I'm saying? And she getting back to that. I think she gonna get back to that. You know what I'm saying? She a beautiful person, man.
Scholito, the energy that that you give off, man, is very humbling. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, you look like a man that believes in something higher than yourself. Mm-hmm. What is your spiritual walk? What it look like?
I'm Muslim.
Okay.
First and foremost, I was born Muslim. My government middle name is Islam. I believe everything is written. God, Allah is everything. I don't knock nobody else's religion. I don't get into no religious debates or anything, because people are free to believe and practice whatever religion that they want to practice.
Right.
But I believe that it's for sure a higher power, and I also believe that we're all under the same umbrella. There's only one God.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So, dealing with being on a journey with a person like Freeway, what's one thing that, being around Freeway, it taught you?
Being around Freeway, it taught me resilience. It taught me, just like Hov say in the song, a lot of people don't know, Free told Hov to say that. Hov didn't just decide to say keep going. So.
Oh, that's new. That's new. I thought it was
see, I gave you exclusive. Yeah. So Free wrote his verse, and they was in the studio, and he told Hov, "Yo, in between these pieces, can you say keep going?" And Hov was like, "All right, cool, I got you." So Free said keep going. So that keep going, it taught me to keep going no matter what.
Right.
If people ain't getting behind you, if people ain't believing you, keep going. Keep going. I seen him. Rockefeller crumbled, he kept going. You know what I'm saying? Kidney failure, he kept going. His father passed, kept going. Daughter passed, kept going. Son passed, kept going. All the people when he was sick, so many people flipped on him. There's a song called Ringing with Jadakiss, that hook.
Keep ringing, ringing, ringing.
Yeah.
I love that song.
So I came up with that concept in Seattle. So that's my record too. I wrote the hook.
Okay.
And that's what that was about. You know, when people turn on you, when Rockefeller folded, everybody left, your phone wasn't ringing in. But look, your resilience, and now where you at right now, now your phone can't stop ringing. You keep going, like don't stop. You know, all the people that don't believe, you gonna make them believers. You know what I'm saying? So keep going. Always treat people good, even the people. The thing is that people don't understand. Your true character is shown by how you treat people that didn't do right by you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm still learning that. And I tell him that all the time, like, yo, you a different type of person, bro. Because I didn't get there yet all the way. You know what I'm saying? I am forgiven. I don't forget.
Right.
But, you know, a lot of times people treat me wrong. I just gracefully cut them off and stop dealing with them. Don't disrespect them. I just completely stop dealing with them. But him, he still, you know, sometimes he still communicate with him and be nice to him. You know, I didn't get there yet. Hopefully I get there one day, but, you know, he definitely, you know, taught me that. He also taught me to be different. I approach records differently, you know, in a lot of ways because he's so unique and different. And I've been in the studio working for him for so long. That kind of rubbed off on me as well, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know, stay hungry, you know what I mean?
Scholito, do you feel like you got, you know, you feel like you got your proper respect as an artist so far?
I don't think I got my proper respect from my city so far.
Okay.
The who's who, I believe that they know. You know, publicly, it doesn't get put out there, but I have DMs from the top MCs from the city that tip their hat to me privately, you know what I mean? And people can go, well, who they think the top MCs is, but I mean like the top of the top MCs. You know, I got the respect. My core fan base, I got the respect. Freeway, of course, and you know, my peers. But I feel like with Ball Drop and what I'm about to do, it's gonna wake them up. I have been a part of a lot of credits like, you know, Lil Wayne, Raheem Devine. I've actually been on a song rapping with Jadakiss. I danced in the ring with young Chris, me, Free, young Chris. I've been on a song with one of my older brother's favorite rapper, Coogee Rap.
Wow.
That's out there.
Wow.
Did my thing on that, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't know because I don't talk about it, but if people go look up the credits, you know what I mean, then they'll see that I was a part of a lot of stuff that a lot of people know.
How many rappers you wrote for?
I can't reveal that.
Well, no, not the name.
Okay.
How many?
I would probably say like 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like 7.
So it's this thing that's going around in the city of Philadelphia, and all you gotta do is say that person or that person.
Mm-hmm.
You have what's his name? Quilly Mills.
Mm-hmm.
You got Quilly Mills, and then you have what's the guy name? Santos. Santos, was recently on another show, and he expressed, how how his lyrics is good, and how he can go toe to toe with, with a lot of MCs that's in Philadelphia. Overall, who you got?
I'm gonna tell you why I got both of them, and I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna tell you why. Though. I'm gonna tell you why. One is one winner, and another one is another winner.
Okay.
And I'm gonna explain why. If it comes to songs, like a record,
Right.
I think that Quilly is the winner.
Okay.
If they stand in the room and go toe to toe, just trying to bite each other head off and just raw rap, no beats, no nothing, I think Santos is the winner. So I think when it comes to battling, it depends on styles. Like I think that if Hove stood on the stage and battled Loaded Lux or Murder Mook, Hove would lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I can agree to that.
But Hove is the GOAT in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think it depends on style. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And another thing, Santos, I don't know Santos personally. I never did nothing. But, me and Quilly, we danced on a record together in the past.
Okay.
Like a lot of people don't know, or, a lot of people don't mention, but there's a lot of I was in a group, me and my cousin Ellen Nuss, and we had a movement in the city. So a lot of rappers know me from Ellen Nuss, you know what I'm saying? From, when I was moving with Iverson, Cicero, was trying to get on what we had going on. So Iverson was like, yo, you know him? You like him? I'm like, of course, man. He's from the city. Yeah, pull him in. You know what I'm saying? And, so like, this is when Quilly was with Top Shotters.
Right.
So Cheek Raw, like, that's a cousin of mine. Like, Cheek is my cousin. So when Cheek was doing Top Shotters and all of that, me, my cousin, his name was Lo at the time. He not into music no more. He just strictly practicing, the Dean. And Cheek Raw and Quilly, we had all did a song together. It's crazy because that same day that we did that song, we was walking into the studio. This before Roscoe P. Coltrane got put away.
Right.
But thank God he out now. I don't know him personally, but we walked in on his session and he was recording with this producer named Felony. Yep, Uptown. But yeah, we did a joint together. I know Quilly too. Yep.
Nas or Jim Jones?
Of course, Nas.
Not Jimmy?
The reason why not Jimmy, because Jay-Z is my favorite rapper, but Nas made me want to start rapping. They both to me, Jay is the GOAT, but Nas is the best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So of course Nas, but Jimmy, for my generation, because I didn't start listening to Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas and them until I got older.
Right.
But when I was in school, Dipset, Jimmy, you know what I mean? We was Dipset, Rockefeller, State Property, you know what I mean? So yeah, Nas, of course, for me.
You feel like Jim, he speak to the youth today versus Nas?
For sure. I think that Jay-Z got the youth. I'm talking about Jay-Z. I think that Jim Jones for sure got the youth more.
Right.
I believe so. But I think Nas got the youth too. A lot of the youth might not know him because he didn't make a lot of music, for the youth, like that. He did back then. He made the type of music that the youth listen to now. What I would say. Jim Jones is more catered to what they listening to now, drill beats and New York. The New York drill. Jim tapped into that heavy.
Yeah, he's definitely running with the YNs on that level.
Yeah.
So let's marginalize it to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your top 3 groups of all time in Philadelphia.
Rappers? Of course, I would say State Property.
That's number 1?
Oh, you want me to go in order?
In order.
Number 1, For me, it would be State Property.
Okay.
And that's just my liking of State Property, like far as the rappers that was in State Property.
Right.
Internationally, the Roots, even though I didn't listen to the whole Roots catalog.
You can't put them on there then?
Why not?
Because you got to go by. So I'm gonna move the goalpost a little bit.
But Black Thought is the GOAT. Like, you know what I'm saying? How can I not? Black Thought is the GOAT.
But we're talking about the Roots in a whole. You listen to Black Thought.
Yeah, no, say I love the Roots because as far as live instrumentation,
okay.
I'm listening to them for, you know, Black Thought rapping, but then like the music and the projects that they put together as a whole.
I can agree.
So group-wise, I would have to go, for me, State Property.
Okay.
I didn't listen to State Property whole catalog, but I listened to a lot of their records, a lot of their albums, but it's still some stuff that I didn't hear. But State Property, The Roots, and I would have to say Major Figures.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now, is that just the groups that pretty much was like in the forefront at one point? Because we had Non-Brigade.
See, Non-Brigade, I just remember early in the game.
And then we had Off the Hook Entertainment.
I don't know them.
Oh, all right.
But thank you for telling me them, because I study everybody, so I'm gonna go tap in and see
you had Off
what
the
they was
Hook.
talking about.
Ram Squad.
It's crazy because my cousin, I got two cousins. Remember I told you about the Price Street? I got a family on Price Street?
Right.
Yeah, I got two cousins that was a part of Ram Squad. I forget their names, but they was my blood cousins. I gotta ask my mom what they, and if I said their names, you would be like, oh yeah, like,
yeah.
But I was so young, man, like, but they was from Richard Island.
Yeah, no, but the three, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. For me, I wouldn't put the Roots in my top three.
So why? Why you think?
Because I think I was more of a fan of them individually. So I like Black Thought on a Black Thought record, like Coming to Break You Off.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. The question that you asking me, are you saying like, all right, I like State Property, but not just like you saying State Property as a group, but I'm liking a bunch of them that's hot too, like PD Beans, Free.
So that's why I said I was moving the goalposts because.
Okay.
So if I say State Property, I gotta say an overall.
Okay.
But I can't say that with the Roots because overall we always see is Black Thought, and then it was like three other rappers, Dice Rawls and stuff like that.
All right, I got you. So all right, let me redo it then. Now I understand fully. State Property.
Okay.
Major Figures, and Most Wanted.
Oh, yeah. Now we talking.
That's me.
Yeah.
And when me saying the Roots, it's not just because of the international success.
Right.
It's because of like, that's not easy to do. You have this GOAT rapper and then GOAT musicians, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So all of them are phenomenal as a group. You know what I'm saying? But
exactly. I gotta agree with you on that. That was a good lineup. And shout out to Mr. Man. We had him on here, man, friend of the show.
I worked with Mr. too.
For real?
Yeah, that's the OG,
Hey, that's dope. That's dope. So let me ask you something. When it comes to this music industry, it always do a 360. Mm-hmm. You know? And a lot of people is here today, going tomorrow.
Right.
How do you keep yourself relevant in the midst of that shift?
So what I do, I stay consistent. I keep dropping. I have held on to music, but I let stuff go. Like you just always gotta stay in their face because music is so oversaturated and is so accessible that if you stop and you ain't putting nothing out, then people will forget about you. You know what I mean? So I just keep putting out, whether it's a song, whether it's a project, whether it's a piece of content or anything. And now I'm about to really be on their top now though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going crazy now. But like I just stay consistent, man, and just keep dropping. And I stay authentic to myself. I don't try to follow trends because people think that being trendy can get you a look for a moment, but it's a window. You know, and then you can get lost in it if it's a trend.
Right.
You know, if you got 100 blue color people walking this way and you put on a blue face, once you start walking, I'ma lose you. You know what I'm saying? But if I stay authentic, and I walk with the blue people, then from the top of the hill, you could look, you be like, well, what? That ain't blue, what's that? And that's how you stand out, by being authentic, not being a part of the trend.
Right, right.
Yeah.
When it comes to lyrics, does it matter today?
Yes.
Why?
Specifically, I think it matters today because people are realizing that they want to hear rap again. And they want to hear lyrics.
Okay.
We back. It's back. It's the time right now. People want to hear rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People want to hear good music. They realizing that the trendy and bubblegum stuff ain't selling no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's still selling.
It's still selling, but it doesn't build catalog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Catalog, these people selling you sell half of your catalog for 100 million. You know what I'm saying? Later on down the line. That's just hot for the moment music. Right. But you want to build catalog, and I think lyricism and lyrics and storytelling, that builds catalog, and people are buying into that again. And it's the era of like the independent.
I had Sandman on the show, and it was a question. It was a debate. Give me 10 people from Philadelphia, old, new, whatever. Give me 10 of them, a nice lineup to battle anybody outside of Pennsylvania. Okay.
Shout out to Sandman too. I just realized I didn't even know. I met Sandman as the rapper, right? When he was with Cannons. My cousin used to run with them too, named Dun Did It.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's my cousin. A lot of people don't know that either in the city. But I just found out when my brother got out of jail 25 years later that him and my brother was like best friends as kids. So Sandman knew my mom. He knew me as a baby, like when I had Pampers on. And he told me like, yo, bro, like I know your brother, like I knew you when you was a baby. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him.
Before you answer that, we see the clips.
Right.
They on a crazy run.
Right, crazy.
Crazy album.
Phenomenal album with Pharrell, yep.
Would you want to see the Re-Up Gang come back?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why?
Because like when they dropped, like when they was doing stuff together, it was like raw hip hop. And now I feel like that's back. So I feel that it would be really like received right now, like the correct way. And I think it'd really do something big. And it's Philly, like, you know, we seen Lava on there. I would love to see Sandman, you know what I mean? Like that would be a great thing, man.
All right, now give me a 10.
So my 10 that could go against anybody, battle rap, right?
Battle. Song for song, beat for beat, verse for verse.
Oh, not like battling. Like we mean like songs and all.
No, all of that. All the above, everything.
Okay. Not including me, right?
You can include you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm included. And then the other 9, I would go Beans.
Okay.
And we speaking of now, or we speaking of just them period, like just
everybody
period. During their prime, we speaking.
During their prime and to now.
Okay, Cassidy.
Okay.
Freeway.
Okay.
A lot of people don't really know this, but Free probably got the biggest records that came out of Philly, and that came out of state property.
That's a fact.
He does.
That's a fact.
Hands down.
That's a fact.
I'm going with Meek.
Okay. That's 5.
I'm going with Strictly for battling. I don't really know their music, but we using them for battling.
Right.
I'm going Reed Dollars. I'm going
You got 4 more.
I got 4 more. I'm going Young Chris.
Okay.
I'm going Petey. I got 2 more, right?
2 more.
I'm going
I think that's where it stops, Scholito, man. I really do.
think so?
I think that's where it's... Well, I'm not going to tell you, but I know somebody else that I put in there.
Oh no, that ain't where it stopped. I'm tripping, like one of the goats, Black Thought.
1 more.
And I'm going
He's thinking about that.
yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna tell you somebody that was like that I definitely loved the charisma growing up. This before I start rapping, I'm like, yo, I'm going Gilly in his prime.
That's the person I was going to put on.
So obviously I must know some music, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good lineup.
Cause I'm going, some for battling, some for catalog, more for catalog.
Now,
but I gave you some battling.
You didn't put Ines on there. Ines is
You know what?
really... You can't take it back. You can't take it back.
I can't take it back. But I will. This even though I can't take it back, if Ness see this, I've F's with Ness.
Right.
Like that's my guy. We never did nothing together, but we definitely gonna do something together.
Right.
And a lot of people I named some of them was for their prime. You know what I mean? Not now. I'm saying right now, I haven't heard Ines spit a whack verse for one.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
And for 2, I don't see nobody, right now that's doing like freestyles consistently and killing everything. Like Ness, he definitely represents Philly extremely well right now.
Yeah. Yep. He definitely on a run, with putting the city on his back. He came in the game putting the city on his back.
For sure.
With the whole, Bad Boys, and to now, he's, been putting the city on his back and representing the city in a great light.
And one thing I would love, I'm an honest person. I would love for Ness, and he do got some records, but I would love for him to get behind like a record. Like I just want another one of them, My Hoods. Like not the same sound,
right?
But I'm just saying, give us a record, Ness. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
I believe Ness got it in him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he do. He got records. He got some records. I just want him to get behind one.
Right.
You know what I mean? And give us one like as a single. You know what I mean? Like give us a record. Cause if he get behind one record, and then with all of those freestyles and stuff that he be doing, I think he could be back. You know what I mean? Where he was, and he on fire right now. He
definitely. Like I said, he always put the city on his back.
Yep.
Okay. If you had to choose, you got to choose one.
Mm-hmm.
Do a song with Jay-Z, Nas, Pac, or Biggie. Who are you choosing? That's a crazy lineup. In they prime. This is a man that think before
Pac.
he talk. Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you why. Jay-Z, to me, is the GOAT. Nas is the best. And Pac is like he's just the greatest, man. The reason why I would want to do a song with Pac in his prime, Jay-Z in his prime, he reached the masses.
Right.
Nas reached the masses. Biggie didn't get enough time. Really, he didn't drop as much music as Pac.
Right.
But he did reach the masses. But Pac reached the globe. Like, it's people that got murals of Tupac that don't even have TVs in their town.
Wow.
In Africa, in third world countries. So me thinking as a businessman, I'm doing a song with Pac, and me thinking as an artist, as far as a song that can strike an emotional chord and touch people energy-wise, I'm going with Tupac.
That makes sense. That makes sense. At this climate of the music industry, people are just putting out anything. Let's say, for instance, they putting out content more than they actually putting out music.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like it's more easier to get on than back in the day?
Nah, I feel like it was easier to get on back in the day, from what I heard.
I gotta disagree.
All right, tell me why you disagree, and then I'll tell you why I think that way.
Okay, because back in the day, you didn't have streaming. You didn't have your phone. Now you can go platinum from the comfort zone of your own living room.
Okay.
Back then, you had to have artist development, go into labels, have a press run. You had to actually press up physical copies, do all the above. But you could do everything from the comfort of your phone.
So I think that it's easier to get music and content out.
Okay.
Now, I think it was easier then because the money they was giving money out. It was so much money, these labels. There's no record labels, they not giving nothing out no more.
Well,
So right now, they want you to build on your own, and then they want to get behind you.
Right.
So I think that it's easier now to get the stuff out, but you still gotta have a team, and you gotta have some money to really get it heard, because the music is so saturated, you'll get lost. You know what I'm saying?
Now remember, they was doing a dollar for dollar deals. I come up with 100,000, they match my 100,000. Then they flipped it and did the 360 deal.
Right.
Now the artists don't even have to sign no deal. They could be completely independent.
100%.
You could upload your merch, your product to Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, and you could receive everything. You could also book shows or get booked for shows. Not only get paid for your shows, but you could sell your merch. The 360 deals, the 360 deal interfere with all of that.
That's true.
So I would say is the game to get on is a little bit better, or a lot better than back in the day.
Oh, for sure. I think, like me, I'm taking independent over record label anytime. I'm independent. I love it.
Now, Scholito, somebody will say, well, yo, you could skip the line. You can get that big machine behind you, and you could take off.
Yeah, but then what happens when they want your creative control? That's everything.
Right.
Look at how many artists right now, they got these amazing albums, they can't even put them out. 'Cause can you imagine your whole life you've been making music and you was dropping your music when you want to and building a fan base, and then you get signed to a label and the label say, nah, this ain't it. We can't put it out yet. And then you just go a couple years and years, and then your fans is like, yo, what's up, bro? You ain't dropping, or what's up, sis? Where the music at?
Right.
And you can't even tell them, I can't put it out.
Wow.
They own it. I can't even put my music out. So that's why, like, the beauty of independence. It's beauty in independence. I love the independence. I'm just saying that if you have this album and you're independent, right? And you put the album out, but if you don't have a team or you don't have funding for it to market it and promote it,
right?
How we even gonna know that it exists?
You got your own label. Mm-hmm. Say, for instance, if you see a potential artist,
right?
What is the least and the most? And I'm just gonna say a rapper, and he sound like the rest of the rappers. What is the least and the most that you assign this artist onto your label? Somebody gave me a number 30,000, the max.
With me, the type of deal that I would. Well, number one, I ain't giving nobody no deal right now because I'm still trying to get myself where I need to be.
Right.
Because when you sign an artist, their career is in your hand. I don't want to be responsible or blamed for somebody's career not taking off. So I want to get myself to a certain situation where though I'm on cruise control and I can help, somebody else.
Right.
But if it was me, I would tell an artist, this money that I'm going to give you, I would educate them. This money that I'm giving you is an advance. You got to pay this money back, right? So instead of doing it this way, it will probably be better, smarter to put the money into like marketing and promoting.
Scholito ain't listen. Young boy from the block, he ain't trying to hear that. He wants some bread now. He not even thinking about investing. He ain't thinking about a market.
I think if I'm giving a number, maybe 100,000.
So I told someone that's my price. I would give somebody 100,000.
Yeah, 100,000.
Minimum.
Right.
Minimum. Because by the time
if they don't have no traction.
Okay. Well, wait a minute. Hold up. Now, if they don't got no traction, I'm probably gonna give them 40 to 50. Because you gotta spend the rest of it into marketing, promoting.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying 100. Because right. I would give them 50.
Okay.
And then the other 50 would go to marketing, promoting, recording, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how they normally do it. You normally get like a certain budget for this, and then you get a budget for this. So that 100,000 will be broke, 50 for him, and then spread out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
My last question. What's one thing no one know about you, but they should?
One thing no one know about me that they should is
I think we got him, cuz. We got him.
I'm the best kept secret.
Ooh, that's something new. Who make you the best kept secret?
I would think what make me the best kept secret is I am like multifaceted. So, I'm a writer, I'm a producer, I'm a creative director, I'm a designer, I got my own clothing line, I'm a facilitator. I put a lot of things together, like deals. I'm a great negotiator. So I wear a whole bunch of hats that a lot of people don't know. I just never put it on Front Street. As long as the job get done, that's my credit.
I know I said it's my last question. I got a question for you. If you was to lose everything, everything that you accomplish, anything that mean or values in your life,
right?
Who would Scholito be today?
If I was to lose everything?
Everything, in a blink of an eye.
I would be Richard. I would be me, because this is the thing. I know I separate Scholito from who I am. So Scholito is an artist. I own Scholito. I'm using him. You know what I'm saying? I'm Scholito when I'm behind the cameras, when I'm on stage, when I'm in the studio.
Right.
Outside of all those things, I'm Richard. I'm Mook to my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I cut that off. I would still be a great son, still be a great brother, still be a great husband, a great uncle. I'm a good person to people. I'm a giver. I think that everybody on earth is meant to be here to be of service. So I'm always of service to help others, you know what I'm saying? So I just think I would be a great overall person outside of, Scholito.
I like that. I like that. Well, bro, man, it was a pleasure you coming up on the show. You officially a friend of the show, bro.
Yes, I'm family of the show.
Family of the show.
Yeah, let's get it. I appreciate it.
Now, hold up. Before you take, because that ball drop record, that's one of those.
I
That's
appreciate
one of
that,
those.
man.
So before you go Hollywood.
Shout out to Trife who produced it, and shout out to JP, Jack Paper, he mixed it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, before you go Hollywood, don't forget about us little folks.
Listen, man, I just said we family. Listen, this Philly, man, like I said, Scholito, he might forget y'all. Right? No, listen, he don't exist.
Right.
He was created.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I won't forget y'all.
That sounds like some mafia stuff.
Listen, when you roll back on the tape, right? When you look at it, you're gonna see some parts where you like, Scholito was the one that said, yeah, they don't want it with me.
Right.
That's Scholito, right?
Right.
When I was talking about Freeway and how I feel about him, or when I'm talking about other people, then you're gonna look, damn, that's Richard. That's not Scholito talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. When I'm around my family, I don't come in there as the rapper. I go to a cookout, oh, yo, the rapper here. I might have some family members that's like, oh, the rapper here. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just me. I'm who y'all know. I'm the family member. I'm the nephew. I'm the son. I'm the cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I separate that because I've seen so many artists get lost in that, and that's why they fell off. They get lost in the character.
Right.
I don't get lost in the character. You listen to my projects, Scholito, Crawfioni, he got like this mafioso vibe and all of that. That's Scholito, it's a character. That's Al Pacino. That's Denzel Washington, an American Gangster. You know, that's Frank Lucas, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. I'm not him when I'm off camera, when I'm off stage, when I'm out of the booth. I'm just me, a good person, you know what I'm saying?
One thing I do, I ask the guests, how's your mental health? Today, just today.
Yeah, right now, at this moment, my mental health, I think I'm in a great space. You know, I'm in a very great space, man. I get up every day before 5 a.m., eating something, you know, that's feeding my spirit, keeping my skin clear, you know, looking younger, keeping me healthy. I run 2 miles a day. The last 2 weeks, I've been running around for this single, so I slacked. I ain't been running like the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
But, you know, my normal regimen, I run 2 miles a day. I'm learning how to meditate, making sure I stay as much as I can, you know, making sure I'm praying every day, staying prayed up. Sometimes I slack, but, you know, I'm not perfect. But right now, my mental state, I think I'm in a great mental space. I finally think I put the right team together that I need that's trustworthy, because that's very important.
Right.
And I feel like I got a lot of support, you know what I mean, right now. So, yeah.
2 weeks ago, we had Akon on here. And the question was, would he get into the ring, in the celebrity boxing ring? Would you get into the ring on celebrity boxing? If the bag was right.
See, for me, it ain't really the bag. it's gonna be some people that watch this that kind of know of me, how I was with my hands in the past. Be like, oh yeah, it'd be dope if he get in the ring. Like, but I only share that if I'm confronted with something, you know what I'm saying, and something happened. But
would you get in the ring with Akon?
hell yeah, I think if it's a situation like that, you know what I'm saying, like whereas though I could gain some relationships and some business opportunities outside of just a bag, because I don't really just chase the money. With something like that, we could get in the ring and I could have a conversation with him outside the ring after that. Like, yo, what else you got going on?
Right.
This what I got going on. How can we work?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the network and outside of the ring relationships. If it's something that I can, you know, an opportunity outside of the ring, then yeah, I probably would do it.